All right, hey y'all, welcome to my channel. It's Leanna with Walking Pep Talk, and today I have a special guest. It's my bestie. She's not on camera because, well, this is my YouTube channel, and we're gonna respect her privacy and photo rights. Okay, so we're gonna talk about boundaries and what we've learned so far. So before we get started, the truth is we can all grow in the area of boundaries, right? We can all learn and grow more, and whether you're watching this in 2023 or 2043, I believe this conversation is going to be relevant. Hopefully, it'll give you some insight and revelation to how you can improve boundaries in your relationships or in any area that you might need it. So we're going to get started. But before we do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and allow post notifications so you don't miss my next video. So we're both millennials, and that's the lens you'll be hearing from. So girl, I'm gonna ask you these questions, and you just share what you're comfortable with, okay? So question number one, what's been your biggest lesson with boundary setting?
My biggest lesson with boundary setting
Yes.
has been allowing people to say no and not be offended by the answer no.
So how did you learn that you had that problem? Like, did you get upset when people said no to you? Did you not allow them to say no to you? Like, how did you find out that that was a boundary you needed to improve with?
I think I got upset when I heard people say no to me, but then I had to kind of put myself in their shoes.
Yeah.
And understand where they're coming from with saying no, and that it's okay to say no.
Yeah.
You don't have to say yes to everything, and I think that saying yes, maybe I was raised to kind of people please and say yes, and maybe that's the reason why I expect other people to say yes to me, but that's not respecting their boundaries.
Right, right. So do you feel like people respect your boundaries in that area, or do you think like you need to not say yes to everything because you
Yes, so I think that's something that I can work on with myself and the way that I interact with others, and not say yes all the time and be okay saying no.
All right, awesome. So you heard it here first. It's okay for people to say no. It's okay if you get offended, then recognizing that you get offended and how can you fix that is just allowing other people to say no. Allow yourself to say no to things, right? So I'm gonna ask you another question. So what about your relationships? What's been the toughest relationship for you to set boundaries in?
So setting boundaries with work. For sure. Like saying, not volunteering myself to do certain things, to allow other people to step up.
Girl, I think, no, seriously, I think our generation is like programmed to be like yes people and to show that we can do everything. Mm-hmm. And that's a boundary that I've also like been realizing that I've gotten better at, because like also before when I was at work, people would voice something, they didn't ask for help, but then I'd be like, oh, I can help you with, you know what I mean? So like, is that what is that what you're talking about?
Not volunteering yourself all the time.
Yeah, so that's that's one you need, that's been hardest for you. You need to work on that. I think one of the things that's been helpful for me to like grow in that area is just to be silent, to learn to like not say stuff. Like when other people say things, oh, okay, like just learn to let them be and not feel like I need to respond to everything, because that's when I do feel like I need to respond, that's when I'm like offering myself to do something.
And also,
yeah,
I think what goes along with that too is like knowing your worth. You've already brought so much to the table. You don't need to always go the extra mile in work, with relationships, with a lot of things.
Yeah.
We don't always need to go the extra mile, because we don't need to keep proving to people who we are. We already know, we should already know who we are. Not completely, because no one's going to know yourself completely yet, especially at our age. Have like People at
So
80
much to
don't even
learn.
know themselves. You know?
So much to learn, right?
People at 80 don't even fully know themselves.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so just knowing who you are, knowing your worth, valuing yourself, valuing your time, knowing you don't have to give away your time or speak up when you don't need to speak up. Just be silent sometimes. And
Silence is powerful.
Let other people fill that silence. You don't have to be the one filling the silence.
Yeah, girl. That's so good. I love that. I think that's definitely relevant for a lot of people, learning to set boundaries with work, because you want to seem competent, but you also don't want to be a pushover. So that was awesome. Thanks. So that kind of brings us into our next question. Like, where do you still need to improve? Like, is there an area that you feel like is work the area that you need to improve in? Is relationships the area you need to improve in? And like, what do you think you can do? Like, what practical way can you improve?
I think staying true to yourself and who you are, expressing your needs right away, that could be part of boundary setting, because when you're expressing what you need out of a relationship, whether that be with family, friends, whatever, that leads to more authenticity and being who you are, and they know kind of like your boundaries up front, they know your needs up front, so that they can have that opportunity to honestly meet those needs, because they can't know something that you've never said to them.
Right.
So
yeah, and everybody has boundaries, right? So like, you have a boundary, but if you don't express it, like, how's somebody gonna know? And if they have a boundary but they don't express it, how are you gonna know? And then that just makes a whole bunch of people angry, and nobody knows why. Like, you're upset. So I love that. Just being who you are, being authentic to yourself, expressing your needs. Those are some great coaching tips, actually. Look at my friend.
Just
all right.
be unafraid to live life the way you want to live your life. You can't build a life or create a life for yourself if you don't speak up and you don't express things that need to be met.
That's awesome.
Boundaries.
I heard like people who are indecisive are double-minded, right? So like, especially with boundaries, if you don't make a decision, like, when you lack boundaries, you lack a lot of things. So make a decision. Thanks so much, girl. I appreciate you sharing with me and my YouTube peeps. I will catch y'all next time. If there's a topic you'd love to hear more insight about, go ahead and put your requests in the comments below. If it's something great, you just might see it on my next video. Until then, God bless and keep moving forward.